Hello everybody, this is Bitcoin Macro and I've got a very special video for you guys because on this one I'm gonna talk about Terra Luna. But before we get into the video, please remember as you get in, press the like button. Whenever you want, share the video. Please remember to subscribe and click the bell icon down below. And of course, just leave a comment down below once you've finished watching the video and tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, whether you're bullish or bearish and so on. So let's get straight into it, guys. Terra Luna is one of the major algorithmic stablecoin platforms because it's not just one stablecoin or just a simple platform, because essentially it's its own blockchain and it's connecting with other blockchains as well. So it's not a simple one. It's not the usual ones which just have a platform on Ethereum and just mint coins like Maker, because you can do many different currencies like US dollar, yen, Korean won and so on, and even some more exotic ones. And it just doesn't stop there, because as far as I understand, you can build other stuff on top of Luna as well, because for example there is Mirror, which is a major synthetic exchange on top of Luna, which you can do trade stocks and other synthetic assets, which is a little bit like synthetics but on Luna, and it got listed on Coinbase and other platforms as well like Binance and Huobi. So in my opinion, potentially Luna could be one of those platforms that gets listed on Coinbase. Now there is a little bit of a risk when it comes to stablecoins, so maybe Coinbase wants to avoid it for a little bit, but in my opinion so far Luna hasn't really had any problems, because algorithmic stablecoins tend to have some issues, but so far Luna has been working very well. I don't know if it's gonna have any issues in the future. It looks very stable at the moment. It seems to be working very well. There have been algorithmic stablecoins that have failed, but maybe Luna doesn't go that route. It's just something that you need to be aware of, because with every project there are some risks as they are very young at the moment, but as time progresses, maybe after some issues, maybe they can fix those things and have a nice run after that. So let's get straight into the price now, because I think Luna is looking very good, especially in Bitcoin terms. So when I look at Luna, for example, let's say the all-time chart, and in Bitcoin terms, all I can see is, first of all, we had a very big breakout on that level, but that was already far below this level where we are right now. It was probably 150% lower, or even a little bit more, at least from the all-time high from August 2019. Luna has already gone up about 160%. However, that was a period where many other projects were actually bottoming, while Luna fell, and it fell down significantly. Not only did it fall significantly, but it had one of the best sideways action we have seen. That's a very nice accumulation period. Versus Bitcoin, it got listed on several exchanges, several large exchanges like Huobi, Binance and so on. And in my opinion, like I said before, it could get listed on some even larger ones like Coinbase fairly soon. So once something has this pattern where it breaks the all-time high and it goes up like this, it tends to go up a lot more. So when you have a massive base and the base breaks and it goes higher, we've seen that with Matic and we've seen that with many other coins as well before, and even with stocks, because once you have a capitulation and the accumulation goes straight into the strong hands, and you have something that has an external demand like Luna, where the demand actually comes from the fact that people use it to build those stablecoins. So these coins are created with Luna essentially being like collateral. It's not exactly collateral, but if the demand of Luna, if the demand of the stablecoin rises, the demand for Luna rises, and then that creates a little bit of a feedback loop, because then people also want to buy it again and again, because they see the price rise, and that is very positive for the price afterwards. It's just a positive feedback loop that in my opinion won't stop anytime soon. So again, when we see the base, we see just a very nice accumulation. We had the little spring right there, very clean accumulation. Then we have the breakout, multiple tests in that resistance, and even here as well, because back then Luna was only listed on a few exchanges like KuCoin and Bittrex, but now it's listed on many more, and currently it's looking like it wants to have another attempt at the all-time high. So to me, it's very rare to see something go like this. Okay, and I'm starting with the Bitcoin chart because it's a very clean chart, but if it ever comes back down to that level, I'll definitely be a buyer, okay? But for now, whenever I see something go like have a correction and slowly go up again and test those highs a few times, then in my opinion, it's probably going to go higher from there. So it's a very explosive price action because we have that correction, then we have a little bit of a base forming right there. We have a correction, then we form another base, then we have another attempt at the all-time highs. Maybe somebody could call this not a double bottom, but potentially a cup and handle, or you know, whatever, maybe even head and shoulders, but it's not that clean. Maybe somebody could consider this the inverse head and shoulders, with this being the shoulder. But overall, what I would say about this is that it's a bullish pattern and the price could go much higher, because again, we have a proper test. We're slowly breaking above this little diagonal right there, and the price could go much higher from here. Because again, when you see something like this have a breakout and maybe the all-time highs break, it could easily be another 2x from here. Because if it just repeats in a similar way like it had that breakout right there, it could easily see from the other all-time high, when it gets broken, from 60% all the way up to, let's say, 100, 160, or even 200%. Now, let's have a look at the USD price for Luna. I'm just going to look at the Binance chart because there isn't really much else to see before that. Oh, excuse me, I just put the wrong one because I just put the BTC chart. So when I look at the USD chart, it doesn't look as great, and the reason is we've had Bitcoin correcting really hard. So whenever you have Bitcoin correcting and your currency, your coin is going up, that's a big sign of strength. And in my opinion, the alt season is not over. At least that's my opinion. Maybe I'm really wrong and things start just dropping like this. But to me, the fact that alts are showing strength is just an indication that the Bitcoin bottom is potentially also close. And I'm going to talk about this on other analysis. I'm just going to do something separate because I'm not going to talk about this here. But in my opinion, knowing what Bitcoin does really plays a role. But so far, if you've played alts by going long on Binance or other exchanges versus Bitcoin, you've made a lot more money than going alts long versus the dollar or holding them spot. So for example, yes, maybe that happens, but in my opinion, this was retested. Essentially, this breakout was very clean, very strong upside on this level. We came all the way back to this little breakout, had a nice retest, and right now, whenever I see this action with the price refusing to drop and slowly pushing higher and higher, I do believe it will have a nice pump very soon. Maybe it takes a few days, but given the fact that the price versus Bitcoin looks so explosive, I don't believe it's gonna take so much time, because we have this resistance right here. Once that starts breaking properly, maybe it has to do something like this and then this. But once that breaks, I do believe there is much more price appreciation coming. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember once again to like, subscribe and share. You can follow me on Twitter, Telegram and TradingView, where I share all of my ideas there, at least as many as I can, because sometimes I'm not going to be doing videos and just share simple ideas, quick updates. So you can follow me there. Come visit the decentralized chain group on Telegram as well, because this is a different one where we have chats and everything. And that's it from me once again, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.